Classroom Dynamics is supported by Logitech. As education continues to evolve, so does Logitech Education, your partner in content creation for the classroom. With Logitech's cutting-edge technology, students not only learn but also become content creators. Whether it's in person or online, Logitech's tools are designed to inspire educators and learners alike. Capture every educational moment in stunning detail and edit, produce, and share your creative journey with ease. Logitech Education, inspiring the next generation of creators. For more, visit logitech.com/education, transforming classrooms one innovation at a time. Every classroom has the potential to be extraordinary, and the Logitech Reach adjustable content camera is your partner in making that happen. With its flexible arm and clear video, you can now showcase everything from detailed drawings to live experiments, ensuring that every student is engaged and involved. Whether you're teaching in person or online, Logitech Reach helps you connect with your students in a whole new way. Ready to take your lessons further? Visit logitech.com/reach and elevate your classroom to a whole new level. Welcome to Classroom Dynamics, Bits and Bytes, the podcast within the podcast where we explore cutting-edge technologies for your classroom. Hi everybody, I'm your host Adam Todd, and today we're talking about one of the most powerful and practical teaching tools to engage this generation of learners. We are talking about microlearning and short-form video. And let's face it, our students live in a world of TikToks, YouTube Shorts, Reels, and Snap Stories. Their brains are constantly being wired to consume fast, focused content. So instead of competing with their media habits, what if we actually harness them instead? So let's take a look at some of the reasons that you may want to do just that. Reason number one, it meets students where they already are. Short-form video speaks their language, literally and visually. So when you present a math concept as a 60-second screencast or summarize a historical event in a video reel with even captions and music, you create an instant connection. Now, don't think of this as dumbing things down. Look at it as right sizing, okay? The right sizing of content for better access. And according to cognitive load theory, bite-sized information chunks are easier for the brain to process and remember, especially when you are younger. So imagine this. A student forgets the difference between similes and metaphors. Instead of going over a worksheet, they rewatch a 30-second video that you've made in Canva or Adobe Express with bold examples and visuals. That's not just review, it's retrieval practice in their learning language, and the chances that it becomes understood jumps dramatically. The second reason is that it gives students power to create, not just consume. When students become creators of short-form content, learning actually sticks. Let them summarize today's science lesson in a 1-minute flip video, or challenge them to create a quick pitch for a book that they've been reading using images, music, and key vocabulary. Micro projects built from the tools of the technology that they use can build fluency, spark creativity, and jumpstart their confidence, all while aligning with ISTE standards and UDL. Now, for students who want to explain their thinking with visuals, Loom is another solid tool. They can record their screen and walk through a math problem or even a digital project in just a couple of minutes. If you're after something more creative and polished, Canva for Education offers video templates that let students produce short explainer videos using graphics, transitions, and music. It's actually really perfect for storytelling, for book reviews, or even summarizing a lesson. And the best part is that you don't need to be a video expert. Your phone, a Chromebook, or an iPad is more than enough. And trust me when I say that students will surprise you with what they can do when given a camera and a challenge to complete something in a 60-second time frame. So this week, try it out. Pick one topic, make it a short explainer, or better yet, let your students make it. You'll be amazed by the engagement, the ownership, and even assessment data that it's going to reveal. Because let's face it, sometimes less is more, and short is smart. Now, for more on microlearning and short-form video, here are our Google Notebook language model hosts, Bits and Bytes.
Today, we're really jumping into something fascinating. The world of microlearning and short-form video in education.
Yeah, it's a huge topic right now.
It really is. Our mission here is to explore how these, bite-sized ways of sharing information aren't just a trend, but a genuinely powerful tool. We want to see how they can transform teaching, spark new curriculum ideas, and maybe give teachers some out-of-the-box project inspiration.
Right, across all levels, too, from elementary right up through higher ed.
Exactly. We've looked at sources that show how delivering content this way sort of taps into modern attention spans, sure, but also really boosts engagement.
It's more than just shorter content. It's about effectiveness.
That's the core of it.
Yeah.
So the big question we're asking is, how can breaking things down into these small, manageable pieces actually revolutionize the classroom for all kinds of learners?
Well, first, let's be clear on what we mean by microlearning. It's pretty specific. We're talking about focused video segments, usually under about 2 or 3 minutes long.
So not just chopping up a long lecture, but designing something intentionally brief.
Precisely. Purposefully concise and designed for impact.
And you mentioned effectiveness. Why does this concise approach actually work so well for learning?
A big part of it comes down to cognitive load. You know that feeling, right? Trying to absorb way too much information at once.
Oh, yeah, the information fire hose. Definitely.
Exactly. Our brains, well, they have limits on working memory, dump too much new stuff in, and it's cognitive overload. Things don't stick.
Like juggling too many balls.
Spot on. Microlearning reduces the amount you're juggling at any one time. So the brain can actually process, integrate the information better. Each little sip gets digested properly.
Okay, so it helps manage that feeling of being overwhelmed. But it's not just about avoiding overload, is it? The sources also seemed really strong on boosting retention and engagement.
Absolutely. Think about it. Students today, especially Gen Z, they're already consuming tons of short, engaging content online.
Right, TikTok, Reels, that kind of thing.
Yeah. And microlearning kind of meets them there. But it's more than just matching their habits. When students create these short videos themselves, it taps into, their desire for digital expression, for quick feedback.
Ah, so it flips the script from passive watching to active creating.
Exactly. It turns that scrolling habit into a potentially powerful learning tool. High-level learning, really.
And that inclusiveness aspect is key for teachers. How does this help students who might be finding things a bit tougher?
It's a huge help there. For students who are struggling, being able to rewatch a short, focused video explanation, that's gold. They can do it as many times as they need at their own pace.
Builds mastery without pressure.
Right. And it naturally supports kids who learn better visually or by listening. You see their confidence grow because the review is scaffolded. It's manageable.
That sounds particularly useful for, say, English language learners or students needing special education support. Chunking information is often vital there.
Definitely. It's a fantastic way to differentiate without the teacher needing to create, 10 different lesson plans. It aligns really well with the Universal Design for Learning, the UDL guidelines.
Right.
Providing multiple means of representation.
Makes total sense for support. But sometimes things designed for support can unintentionally put a ceiling on kids who are flying high. How does microlearning work for them? Does it challenge them enough?
Oh, this is where it gets really exciting, I think. For high achievers, the sources point towards having them create the explainer videos, teaching their peers.
Teaching as the ultimate way to learn.
Precisely. This pushes them way beyond just remembering facts. They have to strategize, synthesize, figure out the best way to explain it clearly. We're talking higher order thinking skills like depth of knowledge level 3 or 4 stuff.
So it fosters creativity, ownership, leadership even.
All of that. It opens up brilliant possibilities for really creative, out-of-the-box projects for those students who are ready for more.
Okay, this is great. We understand the why. It makes sense cognitively. It aligns with students today. It works for everyone. Let's get practical. What are the tools? What can a teacher actually use, like, tomorrow?
Great question. Let's talk tools. First up, Flip. Many people will know it as Flipgrid.
Right, they rebranded. What's it best for in this context?
It really shines for student reflections, getting peer feedback going, even quick SEL check-ins. It's video-based, short bursts.
I can see that. Like, in social studies, maybe students record a 60-second reaction as a historical figure.
Perfect example.
Yeah.
Or in science, explaining a concept like photosynthesis, maybe holding up drawings or props. It's quick, it's creative.
Instant feedback, authentic voice. Nice. What's next?
How about Loom for education? This one's fantastic for screen recordings, especially student-created ones.
Ooh, okay. How would that look in class?
Well, imagine a math student recording their screen as they solve a tricky multi-step equation, narrating their thinking process out loud.
So the teacher sees how they got the answer, not just if it's right.
Exactly. Or maybe in an ELA or tech class, a student walks through a digital story they built or explains the steps of their research project. It makes their thinking visible.
Very powerful. Okay, another one.
Let's talk Canva for education. It's huge for multimedia storytelling, making short videos, and it has loads of templates, which is great for teachers and students.
Canva's everywhere now. So beyond posters, using it for video.
Think ELA. A student creates a 90-second book trailer. Really punchy. Or maybe a visual character study exploring a character's motivations with images and text.
Or science, maybe animating the water cycle.
Yeah, taking maybe a static infographic and bringing it to life as a short video explainer. And the research, like Mayer's work, backs this up. Combining words and relevant visuals boosts understanding. Canva makes that easy.
Good connection. Keep them coming.
All right, Adobe Express for education. This one is great for creating slightly more polished short videos, maybe adding animations or even narrating over posters or images.
Polished. Okay. So projects like
Maybe a This Day in History news segment for social studies. Students pull together images, write headlines, record a voiceover.
oh, I like that. Very dynamic.
Or for math, perhaps a short public service announcement video about why understanding percentages matters in real life, using graphics and narration. Digital storytelling like this, research shows it really deepens understanding and encourages that thinking about thinking, metacognition.
Great project potential there for sure. From elementary right up to college prep.
Looking for a smarter way to protect and use your tech on the go? The Higher Ground Gear DataKeeper Plus CS is built for action. Work directly from the case without ever removing your device. Stay organized with a built-in storage pocket for accessories, and rest easy knowing you've got serious drop protection designed for real-world classrooms and busy professionals. The DataKeeper Plus CS. Organize smarter, protect better, and work wherever you are. For more information, visit hggear.com today.
At Your Way Learning, education is personal. With tools like our AI Lesson Builder, teachers can craft lessons that meet every student's needs. Your Way Learning, where your path becomes your power. For more, visit yourwaylearning.com today.
Okay, what else is in the toolkit?
Nearpod is interesting because it lets you embed questions directly into videos.
Ah, interactive video, so not just passive watching.
Right. You could show a science clip about climate change and pause it automatically with multiple choice or open-ended questions that students answer right then.
Keeps them focused.
It does. Or flip it around, students could create their own Nearpod lesson, maybe a math tutorial video they made, and then they embed quiz questions for their classmates to try.
Peer teaching and assessment in one. That's a clever use.
Yeah, really active. And one more for the list, Clipchamp. It's a Microsoft tool, good for slightly more intermediate or advanced video editing if students are ready for that next step.
So maybe a bigger project.
Could be, like creating a well-edited 1-minute PSA on internet safety, or maybe exploring a social issue they researched. It builds technical skills alongside the content learning. Cross-curricular potential.
Okay, that's a fantastic toolkit. Flip, Loom, Canva, Adobe Express, Nearpod, Clipchamp. Lots of options. Now let's really nail down how these translate into specific, practical ideas for teachers listening. Let's connect the tools to curriculum and those out-of-the-box projects across different subjects.
Let's do it. Take math. With Flip, you could have students record themselves, explaining how they solved a word problem, talking through their steps. It's great for diagnosing misconceptions.
Verbalizing the process.
Yeah. Or using Canva. Maybe they create short videos showing geometry in the real world, like film parts of the school or local buildings and point out the angles, calculate areas of the playground, that kind of thing.
Makes it tangible. Love it. How about social studies?
Adobe Express is perfect here for a narrated digital timeline. Much more engaging than a static one. Students curate images, write short scripts, record narration, brings history to life.
Or Flip again?
Definitely. Have students record a first-person monologue as a historical figure. Imagine them explaining their perspective on a key event in character. That builds empathy, deepens understanding.
Powerful stuff.
Science. For science, Loom is great for students recording a walkthrough of an experiment set up before they do the lab, explaining the steps, the safety.
Oh, like a pre-lab check. Smart.
Yeah. Or using Nearpod with a video clip maybe on Ecosystems and having students pause it to submit their own questions that arise from watching it. Fosters inquiry.
Instead of just answering preset questions. Nice twist. Okay, ELA. Seems like a natural fit.
Huge potential in ELA. Canva or Adobe Express are brilliant for those visual book trailers we mentioned, or creating digital poems where text moves and interacts with images.
Character mood videos.
Yeah, using images, color, music snippets to convey a character's emotional journey. really creative interpretation. And for a quick check, flip, summarize the main idea of Chapter 5 in 60 seconds. Go.
Hones that summary skill. Excellent.
So you see, it's really flexible. It's not just about making things shorter. It's about using that brevity to open up these dynamic ways for students to engage, to create, and to show what they know.
Absolutely. It's clear these tools aren't just gadgets. Microlearning and short-form video, when used thoughtfully, can genuinely support teachers and transform how students interact with learning across all grades, all subjects.
It offers so much flexibility, promotes engagement, and really empowers students to express themselves creatively.
It really does. It gives kids different ways to show their understanding, whether they need more support or are ready to fly. So, as we wrap up this deep dive, here's something for you, the listener, to think about. How could bringing just one or maybe two of these microlearning ideas into your practice change things? How might it shift how your students interact with content, or even how you approach your own learning?
Yeah, what's one small bite-sized change you could try this week?
A great question to ponder. It might just unlock a whole new level of engagement and understanding.
For more on Classroom Dynamics, follow us on X at Class Dynamics or on Instagram at Classroom Dynamics Podcast. And be sure to search Classroom Dynamics on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your favorite podcast shows.